This is your weekly YouTube channel audit livestream. All you need to do is use the correct link in the description, fill out the form, and we'll consider your channel for review. That's right, channel reviews are free, but you can send us a super chat and watch us discuss your question live on air. If you submit your channel for review, expect the following. We will share with you our knowledge, experience, and passion as fellow YouTube creators. I want to give a massive shout out and thanks to our moderators who do an awesome job every single live stream. And that's your onboarding done. What channels have you brought us this week? Oh my goodness, everybody. Welcome back to another vidIQ channel audit live stream with your host, Rob. And it has been a, how would I describe this? Interesting week, or to use a more YouTubey term, a curious, intriguing week. If you have been living under a rock for the last 72 hours, then you may want to Google or YouTube monetization updates, because there have been some significant ones that are going to occur in around about 173 days. Watch hours are changing. Shorts views counts are changing. There are also other changes that are too complicated to explain in this live stream, so make sure to watch these videos. But we are here again to help you on what is now a 6-month race to 4K, if you're after watch hours, or sprint to 10 million if you're on shorts views. We want to help you get there. We want to help you stay motivated, confident, and inspired to spread your message and your value to your audience, but also hopefully make this a sustainable income along the way. And we here at vidIQ are going to be your family that are going to guide you through that over the next 6 months and beyond. As I say, my name is Rob, but I cannot do this with my wonderful collection of co-host auditors. Introducing first, he is our gaming master and also kind of a supercomputer coach today, hopefully. It's Dan. How you doing, Dan? Welcome to the live stream. How are you feeling about all of these monetization updates and changes?
You know, trying to stay positive for everybody. There's definitely definitely a lot of negative sentiment out there about it, which I was definitely there at one point. I get it, but also we can just take this as a moment to lock in and get it done.
Absolutely, absolutely. And another person locked in, dialed up, some other words that mean he's locked and loaded, about to run down the aisle and interfere in the match. Here we go.
You're done. You're done. Sorry, but you're done.
Okay. So,
was that your intended sound effect there?
no, I don't know where they are. So
All right.
it's like
The man with 1,000 random sound effects. It's tech, everybody.
What's up? What's up? What's going on?
What are your headline initial thoughts on the monetization changes?
I think for half of the YouTube community, it's probably one of the best times to be a YouTuber. I actually think it's great news. For the other half, we'll see. But I think for half of us, it's
All
the
right.
best time.
All right.
There's open loop.
It sounds like it's a sinking of a Titanic, and there's 100 spots left on a lifeboat. Tech's already on there. Like, get on there, get on, let's go.
But yeah. So I think there's great opportunity here, and then for some, there definitely will be great challenges that will become clear later.
Whatever, as I say, this is happening in 6 months' time. So nothing changes today. You are still creating. You're still working towards those 4,000 watch hours or 10 million shots views. And so let's just get straight into it. We want you to be there as well. And the way we're going to do this, to your delight, everybody, is like this. We're doing the random selections today. And the way this works is you're going to have to type in a word that we're going to put in now. You type it in the chat just once. You also need to like the video. That's very critical. It is super important that you like it. It helps you in the random spinner thing, maybe. And we're going to put some timers as well. We're gonna time box these audits so that we pick as many channels as we need to. And we're going to pick our own hashtag this week. We've already got one pre-prepared, and that is hashtag race to 4K. 4K like that. So if you type that in the chats right now, wow, 13 people had already done it. Incredible. Have you done it just because we said it earlier?
It's pinned. It's pinned in the chat, so people were just saying it to celebrate.
Brilliant. Well, keep typing it, and as soon as we hit over 100 entrants, and Dan likes, how many likes are we on now?
Yeah. Let's see. We need more likes, everybody.
Yeah,
we only have 315 likes.
Only.
Why are there so many?
Come on. Come on, we need a few more than that.
Okay. Yeah, if we can get up to 350 likes.
Yeah. Okay.
We need 4K by the end of this.
So we need 4,000 or 10 million. It's like one or the other, and it has to be exactly on. Well, I've almost got 300 entrants here already.
You also only need to type it once because it only counts once. So once you type your Race to 4K, you're good for the stream unless we change the hashtag. So just enjoy the chat after that. It does not benefit you anymore to put it in multiple times.
All right. I think entrance-wise, we're up to 300.
We're at like almost 400 likes. We're good.
All right. Well, sorry, I've been delaying everybody around. Let's draw the first channel that's going to be audited this week. And they go by the name of Mims_Hin. All right. You are the first completely random channel we have picked today. And we are kicking off with what looks to be a Roblox gaming channel with 25,000 subscribers from 350 videos, and they're looking to hit 30,000 subscribers. So, Dan, I think maybe this is one for you to kind of kick off on. They do videos on a fairly frequent basis. Shorts-wise, they are publishing very regularly as well, and that's probably where they're getting most of their views from. So maybe we look at one of these shorts first.
Yeah.
I'm going to do The New Creature Is Already Hated. All right.
Okay.
So a lot of people are hating on Calvaris, so let's check it out. So I am trying to get the species itself, and it's not really that hard, to be honest. I know you guys are really mad at me yesterday and that I'm calling it hard. And a lot of people are saying as well that this thing cannot swim. Like, what the hell? Isn't that the point of corals, to be underwater? Like, why it's not capable of swimming, bro? Like, Geodrock, not the subspecies, okay? Guys, calm down. So I'm gonna try to grow Calvaris later. Let's see how it performs. You know, I'm gonna rate it as well. So yeah. So a lot.
All right. I'm going to say I understood approximately 7.5% of that short.
Yeah.
But I love the meme sounds and the rock just randomly at the top talking. There was some craziness there, which I loved. What about you, Dan?
I was going to say it's too open-ended, but I mean, it got good views for them. I do think that the payoff was really low. Usually, like when I watch a short, I like the whatever loop that was opened to be closed, but you said that, I'm going to try, I think they said growing their own or whatever, and I'll let you know how it goes. I guess that could be a call to action to come back tomorrow. So yeah, but I just didn't feel like, I felt like the whole thing was very open-ended and we didn't quite get like a satisfying conclusion to anything, really. It was just informative, and then I'm going to keep testing. So
like execution, editing, I think the packaging as well is really strong here. Like maybe they're using custom thumbnails that seem very visually intriguing, but the actual storytelling, maybe the structure of a shot just needs a little work itself to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
What about you, Tech? Anything you picked out there from that shot?
The only thing I would add, I agree with what you guys said, is I think having some type of open loop toward the end, like I think these type of shows can be a great filter to your long form. So if you kind of open a loop toward the end of this that your long form kind of finishes, I think would be good. Overall, I think your is it charisma? But yeah, your like presentation I think is strong. So yeah, I think you're doing good. I would just tighten up some of those things.
I thought it was really strong as well. That they use kind of like a lot of meme tropes and like very often use sound effects and music, but they use their own voice.
Yeah.
And you know, Dan, I know you talk about this a lot, like injecting your own personality and voice into it. That takes it so far away from it being generic, and it creates their own style in the content, which is really good.
Absolutely.
Long form content then, they kind of hover around maybe 1,000 to 4,000 views typically on these. Anything we can add here? Like we're doing stuff about updates. They are nerfing my build, surviving as Gavardis in Creatures of Sonaria.
Mm-hmm. It's difficult. Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Dan. You got this.
I was just gonna say it's difficult because I don't play the game, and I don't want to like misdirect them or anything. I don't want to mess them up because I'm giving advice that doesn't match the vibe. I do think we could look up the game maybe on YouTube to see, you know, what other people are doing in this category. Maybe that gives us a better idea, because their more recent videos are not hitting like some of their more popular ones.
So that's look at that. It came up as a top search result there. So let's take a look.
Okay. Okay, this is interesting. So a lot of these videos feel like really good entry points. Like if I wanted to learn about this game, I could click into a lot of these videos. And then this one here, Carnivore versus Herbivore, this is where it's like the next level. And now I know about the game. I'm indoctrinated into the community, and I might watch this because I want more detail. So I'm kind of wondering if our hero channel needs to do, if they haven't already, one of those more entry-level videos, like where you play the game for a certain amount of time, like something to get you know, more people onboarded into the ecosystem.
Good outlier here. Channel with 11,000 subscribers, 31,000 views. Talking about builds. Unbeatable ones. That might be a topic. I'll give a final words to Tech because I forgot to start the timer, but I think we're around about 5 minutes on this one.
Yeah, I think, and it's tricky, like Dan said, not being familiar with the content, but when I look at it, there's not a clear through line. So it's like he covers this aspect of the game, or you do this for your audience when it comes to the game. It doesn't seem to be clear from the packaging when I look at the overall channel. So I would just think about with your long form, what is it that your long form does for your audience?
All right, beautiful. That's the first channel audited. I think I did it in 5 minutes. We're going to pick another one now. And I'll try and remember to set up a timer this time. We're looking at Gene-Man OS or Gimanos 5072. My apologies if I've missed. Oh, that's a wrong search. Apologies if I mispronounce your username. We are famed for how bad we are at this. Anyway, this channel has 3,000 subscribers, and looking very briefly at the channel, they are a music channel. Now, one thing that we often do here when we're auditing music channels is we tug uncomfortably at our because music channels are like a completely different type of channel that we needed to audit here. And this one seems to be publishing on a very regular basis. But what I am seeing is different people on all of these thumbnails. All of them look like they come from completely different channels, I must add. And I'm getting some slightly AI vibes from this, but I don't know. We'll probably have to click into one of these. I just want to start with you, Tech, initially. I need to start the time. Yeah, timer's on. Tech, have you, in your coaching days, did you ever encounter music channels, and was there any kind of stock advice you gave to them?
Yes, I did. And the stock advice I get for music channels is content in general is a utility. So when you're doing like music channels and you want somebody to come back to your content and you're like posting separate songs, you really don't have as much that you can work with. Like you can't really fix the hook or XYZ. And it really matters if someone really enjoys the music. So I think one of your best videos is the one you have that's like 58 minutes. I would try to think of like how you can turn this into something that somebody uses. Do they use it while they clean the house? Do they use it while they relax? But posting individual songs, and some of these, you know, have a bit of traction, but I would maybe post the individual songs, but then also be consistently posting these long, I mean, like 3-hour loops. The album.
There don't seem to be that many. So maybe do one in every 10. I'm wondering if they are picking up the videos from previously and then sticking them all together in this. It's like a playlist and a video. All right. Let's listen to one of these. We'll do this one. Rest in My Arms, My Love, Greatest Hits, Romantic Love Songs of the 80s. That sounds very 80s power ballad to me. There is nothing you must hide. Dan, I'm feeling the love. Do you want a quick slow dance?
That's okay.
All right.
Thanks, though.
So, you know, without any other evidence here, I think I'm going to commit to say that this is has some strong AI influence to it, because I'm not seeing an individual. The music kind of had that, dare I say, generic bass line, and the visuals kind of felt as if they were all AI generated as well. So in that respect, it's going to be a challenge for them to be breaking out against all of the competition. And also, I think the other aspect here is that we've seen other channels that rely heavily on AI, but they create like like an individual artist or a DJ or a character. And as I noticed at the very beginning of this channel audit, everything just seems to be like starting from scratch almost. You may have the same genre, which is like love songs or romantic songs, but it's a new singer or it's a new environment. Those are kind of my thoughts, like more consistency from one song to the next and one pitch to the next. Dan, Tech, if you've got any more thoughts, add them in with the minute we've got left.
Go ahead.
I just want to use this minute for anyone else that may be doing something similar. Now, I feel like I'm getting also maybe some promotion vibes too. That may or may not be the case. I will say though, if you're doing music content, it sucks, but also trust your audience. Like if people aren't showing up and you have to pay promotions to get them to show up, then trust that like I need to work on this before it can become organically, I don't want to say good enough, but good enough to where people begin to share it. So lean into the uncomfortableness of people not showing up.
There is a one here with 1 million views, but it has 3,000 likes, and like you don't get that many comments on music videos. It feels genuine to me, but again,
hopefully
we can only speculate. Dan, you got 5 seconds.
I think you covered it.
You've got 2 seconds.
That's it.
Okay. Moving on to the next channel. Auditing today on our race everybody to 4K.
Race to 4K.
If you've already typed race to 4K with the hashtag in front of it, you're good. It doesn't count multiple times. So
you're already there.
I did increase
entrance.
Yeah, I did increase slow chat a little bit because I'm sure people are repeating. But there you go.
Right. Okay. Let me put that in again. Is that right? Oh yes. It's just when you do a search and you only get one result, like how often does that happen?
That's rare.
Right. G Family TV here with 3,000 subscribers, 240 videos, and they are posting on a pretty regular basis here. I guess the one challenge we have is that I don't think this content is in English. So the trick here is to right click, translate into English, and that should turn all of our titles to English, which helps us a little bit. But having said that, like even though I can't read the text on the thumbnails, and I'm not looking at the titles still, if this feels like a outdoor market haul or shopping halls, trying to find the best deals. So like visually, it's telling me a story without the need for language, which I think is a good start. Tech, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the challenge with this one is, and I'm curious what you guys think, if the YouTube experience for everyone is universal or if it's like a Western cultural thing, because I always think about your audience. So how does your audience interact with your content? And so if you are interacting, if you're operating from a different cultural lens, do those cultures typically look for the same thing in titles, thumbnails, XYZ? like for me, when I look at this, it does seem to have like a lot going on, and I would try to simplify it. But I'm trying to be aware that could be from our cultural YouTube lens that may not translate into other cultures.
Now, the interesting thing here is, Tech, I think they're trying to evolve their thumbnails because, like, down here, lots of text, episode numbers. We would probably say don't bother with them. Okay, we seem to have ditched them. And now they're putting a stroke effect on their POV. So it kind of draws you towards the will. Now I look more of this. Like, do they run a market stall and are they trading? And this is the thing that they're often serving.
Do they do live streams? It seems like they would, because they're posting daily.
Live streams? They do live streams, but they're doing vertical live streams. And yeah, lots of them. But
That's
this
a
just
lot
seems
of
to be Q&As or conversations at home, whereas their videos are live almost. Well, not live, but more in the setting, in the scene. Any thoughts from you, Dan? Or are you busy?
I think what they're doing is very interesting. I wish I understood the native language more, because I would love to know what these thumbnails say.
Yeah.
Some of them not as easy to read as others, but if you go to popular, like there's a few things that kind of worked here, right? So sales reigned, street food vendor life when the weather is bad, stuff like that did pretty well. And I think the big thing to take away there is like there's some stakes, right? Like you are, it looks like you're running a market of some kind, and when it rains, things change. So are there more stories like that you can tell that highlight the struggles of of the things that you're doing?
Yeah. Try to find a pivotal point or story that can be the packaging. Now that might not be through the entire video, but at least it's getting people in the door and like, let's pick one of these. Drink up, Friday rush in front of the school.
Shout out.
So like it kind of started with a hook there, didn't it? Like organized children chaos, give me something to drink. And again, we can't follow the language, but like there was some storytelling elements there.
Rob, can you scroll down on that one real quick?
Yeah, I can do.
Oh.
So again, I'm always suspicious. And again, this is also cultural too. Like, I think with a video with 1,000 views, I would want to see more engagement. So I think if it's not a promotion thing, I would still try to think about ways to engage your audience in a way that they feel like that they need to respond. So like if this is organic, you're actually kind of killing it because you're posted almost every day and you're getting almost 1,000 views or so on each video. But that's if this is organic.
It's a good observation. Like, so what I've done is gone through several videos here, and each of them have less than 10 likes and hundreds, sometimes thousands of views. The engagement numbers don't match up there. It doesn't seem, unless this has been shared off of platform or something. It's not that we're suspicious. It's maybe you're using YouTube's promotion tab, but in this sense, it gets people in the door, but it doesn't necessarily create a community around it.
Yeah.
So there may be some experimentation where you don't use promotion, your views will be a lot lower, but those views that come in will be a lot more engaged and organic. All right. Again, I forgot to press the timer. So I think we're just going to have to move on to the next channel. I think that was around about 5 minutes. We'll draw.
But by the way, the assignment you gave me, I'm almost done with it. So I'll be fully locked in here in a sec.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Dan's secret assignment. Hey, like that's a curiosity loop opened. Are you going to stick around? Totodile,
like the Pokemon.
That's why I didn't have a clue what it was. All right, Dan, we have a channel here with 400 subscribers. 50 videos. This looks like an interesting one to me. Don't know about you, Dan. But
it does, yeah. TCG channel. Let's see.
What's TCG?
Trading card game. Like, so in this case, Pokemon. Action-packed card show, vending at a free card show. I wasn't supposed to buy anything. Okay, so these are cool. I do think the branding consistency is good in general. I like that. But at the same time, the vibes I didn't get until I read the title were that you were at a show, because the background has been darkened. It's you clearly outside, or not in like a studio set, but you've made the choice to kind of like cover the showroom kind of vibes with cards, perhaps hits that you got or whatever it is. And I would just be curious to know what it would be like if you went the more traditional route of like showing vendors at booths and like cards laid out on tables, because I do see a lot of thumbnails like that, and at least I get like the instant vibe of like what you're doing in that video. Now, perhaps if you're not always going to shows, which I know there's not shows like 24/7, maybe those thumbnails, that template is really good for when you're just doing stuff at home. But I had to kind of like dig around a little bit to get the vibes that you were out and about.
I think there's some good fundamentals here, though, Dan. Like, the structure is them on the right hand side, but they're not dominating. They're just kind of in mid action pose. 3 Pokemon cards. Maybe you want to test one, because the 2 of them are always going to be obscured, and then some big readable text. And as you said, Dan, there was consistency there. I know that if I've seen this creator before, if they come up on a home screen again, I instantly know that this person is this person again. And it seems to reflect in the view counts. Like, they're really consistent. 400, 390, 700, 600. And this is from day one, basically, that they've been in the hundreds, which I think is good, especially for a channel that's only made
53
less than 20 long form videos. Throw it over to you now. I forgot to do the timer again, but I'll keep a mental note. I'll throw it over to you, Tech, for any observations.
Yeah, I think one of the things I think about is like day in the life is a content format. It's not a packaging. So you may do day in the life content, but like packaging, having that be your packaging of day to life, or even the POV, because your packaging is to attract a certain audience. So maybe if there's a certain audience that it really enjoys seeing day in the life content, then yes. But I think like when you think about how you package it, like the first video here, you said you had a action-packed card show. I don't see that alluded in the title. Like, what is it that made it action-packed? What is it that like what could you put on the thumbnail that would stop the scroll, look interesting, and then that would cause me to look at the title, and then the title will reinforce what I saw on the thumbnail. Right now,
so this might be finding a super rare card, or if they're a vendor, maybe they got a big sale or something. Because right now, I think there's a lot of what here. This is what this video is about, but not always why should the viewer care about this. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
They're at an event. Like you are not at this event, so you're probably interested in the event, and this is why it's really, really interesting. Just looking at shorts. They seem to be in that 1,500 view jail.
That's
right
a heck
now.
of a jail.
Yeah.
Can we watch
They're
one?
locked in with it. Sorry, Dan?
Can we just watch one real quick?
Yeah, all right then. She found what she was looking for.
All right, can I look at it?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
All the waiting. All right, for sure taking them.
Awesome.
You don't have to have the smoking too, do you?
No. I'll definitely keep an eye out for Tomokazu for you, for sure. I assume you've already gotten the drowsy?
I do have the drone. Well, I think I'm just gonna get that one.
Let's do it.
Okay, that seemed pretty cool. I always think with shorts it could be a little tighter, the editing a bit quicker. But I get the vibe now. I understand they're a vendor. And that opens up so many more avenues as well about telling stories around that.
I think what this was missing was the classic like voiceover over the footage style. So I think they should have recorded in post the story, because we could tell someone walks up and they're looking for something, but you just pulled it out and like gave it to them so quickly. It's like, oh yeah, here it is. And I felt like that was, the title was, she found what she was looking for, and I felt like it was going to cue up a whole story. You could have built that up a little more, but then there was the question of another card, and that's where the real story could maybe come in. But either way, what I was really hoping for was something that was going to bring me in a little bit more. It's kind of hard to hear her, it's hard to hear you, and you can include some of that audio from the event, but I would love it if you sat down and did a proper voiceover and told a story, and watch some shorts that do it like that, so you kind of get the vibe down. But that would be my suggestion. I think the shorts would do a lot better because they'd be more open to a lot more people to at least very quickly understand what's going on without reading the title.
All right. How's your secret mission going, Dan? Are we
good? We should actually take a look at this one a little bit deeper.
All right then. Yeah. So what we want to do with a channel that seemed like interesting, like we're just starting out their journey. They are very much on the road to 4K with these long videos. So probably getting good watch time. I would guess they're probably at hundreds of hours of watch time. Maybe they've just cracked 1,000. Can they get to 4,000 watch hours in February before everything changes? And so what we thought we could try and help them with here is one of our tools. So Dan, let's please go ahead.
Let me go ahead and do this and this. Right. So this is our AI coach. You've probably heard us talk about it a number of times. And for this one, we went ahead and ran your channel through, and I basically asked it just focus on what's working and what's not. And it gives us a rundown of the channel here. Depending on what you ask it to do, these charts might look a little bit different, but it kind of, pulls at what's working, looks at your outliers and your shorts, and then gives a recommendation. 3 concrete fixes. Rewrite the title formula for both formats around stated stakes in the question, not a summary. So
yeah, that's what we were saying, right? We were kind of hinting at like the making the titles more intriguing, having stakes or storytelling.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool too, because you hit that before, you didn't have this in the background like I did. So I did think it was funny when you said that. So its suggestion would be something like, take local card shows do not disappoint and change it to something like, I almost walked away with nothing. And I agree, that does add some stakes and some tension, and with the right thumbnail, I think that could work. Double down on long form, but don't shrink it. It's a talk about your engagement rate and how it shows that you have loyal viewership. So it's giving you some data on there to back its suggestion up, and then borrow these conflict/tension structures from outliers above. Short specifically, a bad trade offer, a near miss, a disagreement at the table. All this stuff. This kind of goes back to what I was saying about the storytelling. These stories are a little more like intense if you have these moments. But I do think, more stories about people coming to look for cards would definitely hit.
I mean, surely there's at least 3 fights at every conference over scalpers. Like, surely you lot are hunting them down, and a bit like Hunger Games. Like, we need to see more of that, I think.
So I'm obviously not going to read every single word that it output here, but that was kind of what was going on in the background there.
And so, if you come away from this live stream and you need some more help, then 24/7 the AI coach is there to help you. And right down, hang on, I need to move myself to the bottom here so I can actually, there we go. So right here now, we have an incredible offer for you, because it is now the race to 4K. And in the spirit of that, we are offering 40% off for the next 6 months on vidIQ Max. vidIQ Max is our biggest program in terms of our software tools. It unlocks everything, and you have the most credits to spend on things like the AI coach, generating titles, generating thumbnails, clipping videos, and all of the other amazing tools that we have. And in recognition of the real time to lock in with your channel to hit those monetization requirements before they change, that is the offer that is available to you. The link is in the description. If you click it and you are already part of vidIQ, you've already signed up, it will automatically apply the discount for you to then make that purchase to vidIQ Max for 40% off for the next 6 months. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Let's draw another channel.
It takes me forever to type. While we're drawing the other channel, to that creator, if you can look up Culture Media, I think that would be a good reference for you.
Nice. What is what's it? Culture Media.
Yeah, he does shoe unboxings, and he has a lot of shorts that go viral around tension and trading.
Ah, right. So this is like niche bending. It's a slightly different topic, but there's a format there that you can borrow. Nice suggestion. Okay, we're looking at Space Mail this time. I'm going to remember to give this channel 5 minutes. They have 700 subscribers, 33 videos.
We don't
just 2 long form videos here. Let's jump into the shorts. It looks like an astronomy space channel. I think, by the way, Tech and Dan, there is going to be a near solar eclipse
today
in about 2 hours, but it's not a full solar eclipse. It's like a partial one. So yeah. If I lose my eyesight in the next couple of hours, you know why, because I didn't use any precautions. Anyway, let's pick one of these. We're starting to get some traction. Some of these are breaking out of the 1,500 view jail. Oh, look, there we are. It's talking about the eclipse. Let's watch this one.
August 12th, the moon is going to completely swallow the sun. This is a total solar eclipse. And this one is different. The moon is closer to Earth right now than it usually is. That means it looks bigger, so it blocks the sun for longer. Over 2 minutes of total darkness in the middle of the day. The shadow race starts in Siberia, crosses Greenland and Iceland. Then it slams into northern Spain, right as the sun is setting. Picture an eclipsed sun sinking below the horizon.
All right, I'm going to pause it there because I think for me, that's where my interest in the shot would have come to an end. I think it's a little too long. And then Dan, I'm sure you've got some thoughts on this.
Yeah, I agree. The second you said, all right, I'm going to pause it there, I'm like, that's where it should have ended. It felt like it was over. It is going to fall into this like trap, right? There's so many people who can make the same exact short. The barrier to entry, the way they're doing this is really low because it's just the AI voice over some footage. So they're always going to have that uphill battle unless and until they can find a way to add more to it to try and break out and become noticed more amongst this community. I do appreciate that the channel is niched down. Sometimes we see channels like this and they're all over the place. So you have picked a niche, which is good. I think there's a lot of room for you to grow if you continue to add more of you to this channel.
And there's some intelligence there with the timing. Like the eclipse is happening today. This short is timed too much out. Like if there's one thing that they could do, I'm hoping, Dan, you and I are mentally synced here. If there's one thing this creator could do right now, which would start to differentiate themselves, what would it be?
Jump on camera.
Yeah, I was kind of right. just use your own voice. I think would be. A start.
Yeah. I figured you were probably going that way, but I think even still you could do even more. Like, what if you became one of the faces of this niche? How cool would that be?
So that would be when you're that tactic where you're like where you kind of green screen. So like you're in front and kind of you're pointing at stuff and whatever.
But it shows that they're talking about a current event, and that did really well compared to their other shorts. And it shows that they are paying attention to what's going on right now, which is really cool. And I think it could have gotten even more views had it just had that extra bump.
Anything from you, Tech, on this one?
Yeah, I just think it is a fair line or a blurry line between using what works and then operating in the lowest effort or common denominator. So it's like if you use the same voice, the same AI voice that everybody uses, use the same music that everybody uses, the same type of editing. It could be an argument to say you use these things because it works, but when the whole content itself uses all those very common overused things, it just becomes a bit bland. So yeah, to the guys' points, I would add your own voice or use a much better AI voice and add some type of, you need something that makes it different, because that short, and I'm interested in the topic. I thought we were supposed to lose gravity today too, but that short lost me well before because it was just like, okay. And I think when you think about your audience, they're going to be swiping. My thumb was twitching.
Hang on. Please demonstrate a twitching Tech thumb. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal.
Another spider over there?
That would be out. It would be
just right over here above your head.
This is going to be a really clunky segue, but
button mashing hearts collide. In this corner we take the ride from 8-bit lands to the galaxy far. Rob's gaming corner is the brightest star.
This is where you let us know what you've been doing to disconnect from YouTube, because there's going to be some hard work to do in the next 6 months, racing to 4K, but we also encourage you to disconnect whenever you can to recharge your batteries. And I know, Tech, that you've had some struggles doing that. I see if it either seems to be wrestling WWE 2K or 26K or creating. Have you found any other ways to disconnect from YouTube? And everybody, let us know in the chat how you've been disconnecting from YouTube.
Rob,
yeah.
You are a wise man.
Mm-hmm.
For this week, I have found such a way.
Oh.
I'm reading books. Okay.
Wow.
That help me think about YouTube. So it's like it's kind of a disconnect, kind of.
It's not really a disconnect.
Have you? So let me guess. What book have you been reading? Is it The Secrets to YouTube by Sean Cannell?
No, but that is a great book. I have been reading. My favorite author is Seth Godin. So I've been going back over the practice, and I think, given the kind of uncertainty and edge that people are on about these new requirements, I think that that is a very good book to refocus you. That is really about the practice. And this would only take 10 seconds. I just want to read a quick quote if they won't.
Oh, nice. All right, let's put your full screen here. Come on.
I was going to play some music, but I forgot to hit. He says,
I'll play some music. Hang on. I've got some.
It's going to drown him out.
If you need a guarantee of critical or market success, every time you seek to create, you have found a great place to hide. If you need critical or market success, or the need of critical or market success have trapped you into not being bold, you have found a great place to hide. And it talks about how all these, difficulties that come with creating really just gives us an excuse to hide. So for some people, knowing that you got to get to 8K, it gives you an excuse to hide. Fight that excuse and create.
Tech, you could narrate the phone book to me, and I would be mesmerized. You have got the narrating touch. Dan, let's get back to games now. Dan.
Yeah. So I was messing around with some of my setup because I have this thing about modded consoles and consoles like the Analog 3D that can play N64 games, but in a 4K resolution, stuff like that. And I don't use them. I'm really bad about making use of these things. So I've just been trying to adjust my setup. So I'm more tinkering with gaming stuff rather than playing the games right now. But I think I found a way to get everything kind of hooked up to where I'll actually use it. Put front and center. So I'm actually going to approach it and play games. And last night I tested it out. I played some Mario Kart 64. My wife trounced me, which was really funny because I'm terrible at it. And it's just cool. It's cool to have all this cool stuff, and I would like to make better use of it instead of just buy it. And I'm like, well, I have it now.
Never a good look to be trounced by your wife at video games, Dan.
It's pretty common. I'm pretty terrible.
Quick question then, because on a video you sent me earlier today, I was putting together, I want to know what was in your N64 behind.
Oh, you know what's funny is when I interviewed Austin John for the annual gaming video, I think it was off camera, but he squinted and he named that game. He knew what it was just by looking at the colors. It's Banjo-Tooie.
Banjo-Tooie. Oh, all right. Interesting.
I picked it specifically because it's a little bit of it's colorful,
Yeah. All right. I'll be very quick. Pikmin 4, sleeper hit for me of 2026. Absolutely loved it. Now I want to get Pikmin 3 and 1 and 2 because I think they're all available on Switch. I'm going to get them and I'm going to play them and I'm going to really enjoy them. In the meantime, Crysis Remastered. Thought I'd give that a crack. It's fine. It's just shooting stuff. No problems with it. All good. Oh dear. Look what's just happened. I need to find... I didn't segue that very well, did I? No.
What a smooth aftertaste that is. Do I want to get yoked or do I want to be a thrustmaster? I don't know. Absolutely trash. Breaking news! The Savage News is here. Breaking news. No one has heard this. I needed to break into your regularly scheduled live stream just for a minute to let all you creators know something that no one's talking about. Next year in February, they're raising the monetization goals. I know no one's heard about this. I wanted to make sure that all y'all were informed. So here's the details. Next year, you need to get 800 watch hours in a year. Ain't no one gonna get no 800 watch hours in the course of a year. I swear to beans, we should go and protest YouTube. 800 watch hours before we get monetized. What do you guys think about that? That is absolutely ridiculous. What do you think, Rob? How can someone get 800 watch hours in the course of 365 days? I'm so upset.
Savage, I know that you can only read up to 3 digits. It's actually 8,000 watch hours.
I'm sorry, what?
8,000 watch hours. They're doubling it.
Okay, now see, I know you're joking with me because everyone knows there's not 8,000 watch hours in an entire year. Obviously, that's mathematically impossible. That's not an actual thing. So it's 800, everybody. Don't let this fake news dude right here tell you anything different. It's 800 watch hours. And I don't want anyone to tell me anything different. I don't want to. Listen. 8.
Well, I think he just cut himself off there. I didn't press any buttons.
I didn't do it.
No, right. Yes, that's Savage for all you newcomers there. And I've got nothing else to tell you.
Rob,
I know you want us to get back to auditing channel, so let's do that right now. Let me stress, Savage is not part of the vidIQ Max or anything. Like 40% off. You get 40% less Savage as well by purchasing. So please make the move. Buy the stuff. Get to 4,000 hours of watch time, not 800. We are looking at Bunny Boy. Let me just check. Bunny Boy Gaming is the top one. Yes, it is. 200 subscribers. And they tell us that they upload 1 shot a day. They're trying to get 250 subs. Video-wise, they've only done 1 video in the last month, so we'll focus on the shorts here. Oh, is this Gorilla Tag?
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, I think that's the VR game. But then there's other shorts that seem to be looking at Roblox. Is that a Lego character? I'm not sure exactly what the gaming topic here. Maybe it's gaming memes.
Yeah, I don't see a strong focus. I saw a video about like how to duplicate items. There's like a promo video, how to fly. So I like how-tos and stuff in shorts in particular are good. You know, that people do search for things and shorts pop up at the top of search now. And if you can answer commonly asked questions, that's great. But yeah, right now, if I were to subscribe to your channel, I just don't see you as like a reliable source in terms of like sticking to a topic and like really diving deep on it. So I may find a couple of your videos helpful if they pop up in search, but I don't think I'm gonna like subscribe because I'm seeing pretty clearly that you're not like focused.
You know what we often talk. Well, what I often talk about to begin with is like, don't worry about views and subscribers. Just spend the first 6 months making content, learning the craft, gaining new skills, having fun doing it. And if the 6 months, if anybody asks you, are you still doing this YouTube thing? And you say, yeah, well, of course I am. I love doing this. That's when you start to need to think about the strategy behind the channel. So that is like a target audience, channel focus. And with this creator now 159 videos, I feel as if they're at that point where they've got to be more strategic with what they're doing. And so I agree with you there, Dan. Any thoughts from you, Tech? And then we'll watch one of these latest shorts.
No, pretty much with Dan said. Right. I think there's no consistency.
So I'll try this one. How to dupe stuff in Hero X Hero.
How to dupe stuff in Hero X Hero. Why are you still watching? How to dupe stuff in Hero X Hero.
I feel as if I just got trolled there.
Why are you still watching? How to dupe stuff in Hero X Hero.
So I guess is it just not possible, or
is that the joke? You can't do it, which is fine. I kind of get it, even though I've never played the game.
Yeah, it's good to try some stuff out. I'm trying to think of how I'd feel if I was swiping to it. Maybe I played this game, right? It just kind of sits and nothing happens for just a short but awkward amount of time.
It doesn't outstay its welcome. It's like literally 6 seconds long.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how new is it. Maybe it gets pushed more. It doesn't look like it got pushed very far.
I just want to try this one. How to fly in Hero X Hero. I'm just wondering if it's going to be the same joke.
So my friend Pancake over there, he just kind of found a crazy glitch in Hero X Hero that allows you to fly. And the requirement is you need a friend.
Yeah, you don't have any.
True. And then
I think from a shorts perspective, this needs to be edited down.
Yeah.
This needs to be much tighter.
I think there should have been, if you can fly, if it's not a joke, there should have been B-roll of somebody flying through the air. And it should have come up fast. You could even have it start that way, but it needs to be more visually engaging. If it's just a joke, you could do the sketch differently. Walk up to your friend like, "Hey, I heard you know how to fly." Like, yeah, but you need friends and I hate you. And then it's like, oh, and then like that's the whole short. It could just be a really quick joke.
Brutal, Dan. Brutal.
I'm just trying to think like, how would I write that?
I get it.
I'm speaking from personal experience. That's all.
So yeah, as I'm kind of scrolling through that maybe tend to spend 5 to 10 videos on a different game, a different topic, or a different format, and then to move on to the next thing. So I think you phrased it right, Dan, that I'm just not ready to trust this creator yet with consistent content that I'm going to be interested in. And that's where the idea of like really kind of niching down on one of these ideas going forward.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. I think we can move on there to the next channel then. Let's draw another one. We've got 900 people who've submitted. I think we're going to reset the form in a channel or two. Next, we're going to look at Ugo Feli. If I pronounce your name correctly, apologies if I haven't. They have approaching 1,500 subscribers. And their channel is about faith. And they are exclusively a shorts channel. And I'm getting like some AI vibes here. Like it's kind of very AI or no AI whatsoever.
Yeah.
In some of these. Tech, do you have a choice here, or maybe what short to pick? Any?
Let's go with. I would prefer one with you in it. Let's go with I Could Do All Things.
All right, I Can Do All Things. You know what is so odd, right? Because my wife is on TikTok all of the time, right? And I see this type of content all the time where it's just text. There's somebody kind of staring at the camera and they're pointing at something, or it's a meme. But I see this so infrequently on YouTube. And I'm just wondering why that is. Whether it could be is that this was originally made on TikTok and then transported to YouTube. And the reason I say that is because like there's things down here which are being blocked. And so, maybe you should be aware that text should be kind of in a center area. So it's always going to get picked up.
I can't read the text that they're pointing to either.
Yeah, that is difficult to read as well. Because it's kind of just been blocked by this white bar. I'm gonna try another one because I wonder if I hear from them. I'll do Lovers of Jesus this one. So what you hear is
this might get copyright.
Yeah, using audio, which is perfectly fine for you, but because we're playing this video, we might get a copyright claim on it.
Could I say something?
Please.
And this is nothing to this creator. I come from a Christian content background, which is why I tend to be really hard on Christian content creators, because there is a certain entitlement because of the type of content that sometimes as Christian content creators, you think you don't have to try. I can just put up a Bible verse. I could just play a song, but it's like, you still have to think about, what does this do for the audience? What is the use of this video? What am I trying to do? And so when I look at this content and content similar, it just doesn't, and it's unintentional. It unintentionally doesn't try. It's just like, here's Jesus, or here's this. And then like, okay, and like, what is if you created this content, you created it for a reason. The content itself has to serve a purpose.
I'm glad you said it, because I don't watch the style of content, but I feel like my take was going to be kind of similar in that if you're going to reference a Bible verse, for example, I still feel like there's plenty of room for a story to go along with that. Like when I hear people talk about this stuff just out in the wild, it usually relates back to something personal that happened to them or something they witnessed or whatever. And that's what's missing from all of these so far, is when we see the creator, they're just pointing at something. And then there's these where it's like, oh, look, AI Jesus is walking. And again, like you just said, like, okay, and so I think that, and this just goes for anybody, I don't care what kind of content you make, a lot of what makes YouTube such a fun, engaging place to be is because people are willing to share a piece of themselves with the rest of the world. And that always comes from a real lived experience or something to that effect. And when you see stuff like this and there's just no like substance to it, it's really easy to swipe away, and then views aren't there, and then you're coming to us asking why you're not getting views. And I'm trying to be sensitive. I don't want to like make it seem like I'm jumping on this person's faith or anything like that. Certainly not. But I definitely don't see, like, so far I don't see why somebody would watch. There's just nothing's really happened in the content.
I think certainly for the content that relies more on AI generated, we're talking about this inauthentic content aspect, whereby if a viewer watched this and then they watched another video from another creator, would they be able to tell us any difference? And I think certainly in these ones, potentially not, because it does just feel like music picked from the YouTube sound library, planted on an AI generated prompt of Jesus with some text. And there doesn't seem to be any transformation or unique perspective of it. I mean, obviously when you yourself are in it, completely different. But again, I think that now resonates more with what Dan and Tech have been saying, that there's perhaps it needs to be more personalization in it, and more, I think you use a good word there, Tech, effort, to make it something powerful beyond just the faith aspect of it.
If we're talking about getting to 20 million views, 10 million views to get monetized, I mean, you got to give us more.
Okay. Let's move on then to the next, and fix your channel banner as well, because everything's going to be sliced off. It just says cares YouTube. That's what all I can read from the channel banner. All right, let's pick another one. And then I think I'm going to reset this one. I don't want to get in above 1,000. That'll make me anxious if we've got 1,000 entrants.
Okay.
I don't know why. De Niro's
4,000 likes.
How many likes?
How are we doing with the likes?
All right, let me refresh. We have,
hang on,
679 likes so far.
How many?
680 likes.
Oh, come on, chaps, you can do better than that. Now, why am I not seeing a channel name here? It's a bit odd.
Yeah, that's
anyway. All right. Dinero Scars. No, so it's not Dinero Scars. It's Dineros Cars, I think. Now I've seen the channel.
Depending on how it goes, I suppose.
Right, 8,000 subscribers and 3,500 videos. So a lot of videos. You haven't really posted many videos in the last couple of months, so I'll just check long form wise. Some popular stuff many years ago, but it feels like you've maybe gravitated towards shorts. Where's that tool? Why is it not telling us how frequently the videos are? There we go. Thank you. Awesome tool list, by the way. Just shows you when shorts were posted. Don't know why YouTube took that tool away. So they're posting maybe 2 or 3 shorts a week.
So how many videos did you say they created? Sorry.
What was the question there, Tech?
How many videos did the channel?
3,500.
Yeah.
So a lot.
I feel like they're probably going to car shows and like
10-year period.
Each car gets its own short. It's probably how I would do it. And that's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What we got in the popular category? So I think we should watch a popular one and we should watch an unpopular one.
Okay. Can I find one that's been published in the last year? Best SUV of 2025, the budget-friendly Skoda. Okay, they're using music. Just music. I mean, I think we all know what we want, right? Although that is a very, very quick shot to show the interior.
What's the outside look like?
Okay. Very quickly.
Yeah, we don't get much.
But anyway, on this one, it's just music. We want like a mini review.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Even if it was just like a mini review of like this interior is really cool, blah blah blah, and then like your unique aspect was you always added a joke of some kind at the end in that 10-second shot.
Yeah, I'm at the Phoenix car show, and we're looking at the Mercedes blah blah blah, and let's just check out the interior. Look, oh, they got the sound system. Yeah, just give us your take. I mean, I can go to a car show and just stare at the cars. From watching on YouTube, I want to know someone's opinion.
Yeah.
Right, I'll pick one down from more recently. This is a month ago. Germany's car market is in a standstill.
So what's up, guys?
All right.
Take a look of these.
So now we've got
cars.
some narration.
There are a lot of Toyota, even if these cars have a very good price. Look of this. Brand new cars, Toyota, they are on still stand because no one's buy any car in this time in the Germany. We have also Lexus, look, the electric one, all of them that are in standstill, but nobody buys this car. And why? The reason of this, they're on the Toyota. And the reason of this is because in this moment, Germany is not on the top list for any buyers. So better buy.
Wait, okay, can we pause?
Yeah.
So the reason was what I was waiting for, and I was going to say we should start the short with whatever this reason's about to be. No one's buying cars in Germany right now but they just said because Germany is not like on the top list. That's not really a reason. Like I would have gone in with just a little more research. Why is Germany down in car sales? And open the short with that. Germany is down right now in car sales because of tariffs. And look at this lot. These are cars all from last year, and they're all still sitting here. Like just a little more like clear and like jump into it. And I think it should open with that like devastating reason as to why the cars aren't moving.
Okay. I'm also noting here that when you look at this one about Germany's car market, and then you look at this one about the ultimate track toy, and then this one about a mini, I think we're jumping. It's a bit like gaming. We're jumping through many different car niches, from classic cars to consumer cars to luxury cars from the 1970s. There's probably some correlation with more views with a certain type of vehicle that you cover. So that might be something to investigate as well. Anything from you there, Tech, you can think of?
Yes, and then my brain just totally went blank. So I'm just going to live in the blankness.
No.
That is exactly what happened. I was like,
all right,
delete. Cool. Oh, there it goes. Sorry, because this is helpful too. Right. I think you have a great play for search. If you're doing content like, where most people's views may come from browse or search, browse or the shorts feed, you have great opportunity to get views from search, which means you can think really heavily into your viewers' intent, where they searching, and then package your content around that. And so with these shorts, I would try to package them for search, particularly because they're already going to show up in the shorts feed, just because, and people aren't going to get those through the title. But when you go back through your title and your packaging and your concept of what the short is actually about, I would kind of preference it for a search, a shorts, oh my gosh, a search-based audience.
And with shorts, it's particularly when it comes to cars, the thumbnails are very easy. Like all of these could be thumbnails. Well, most of them anyway. They kind of make themselves. And so they're going to be visually standing out when people are searching for them as well. All right, you pulled it out of the bag there, Tech. Well done. What we're going to do now is we're going to answer your super chats that have been coming in. Thank you for sending them in. Please don't send in any more because we'll not have time to read them out or answer them. So I know I'm saying this. Stop sending us money and asking us questions. But we'll answer the ones that have already come in, and they are the following. Greenhorn Paranormal. Expected click-through rate for a new long format channel running over an hour.
I think they mean like their videos would be over an hour. I don't think it's necessarily about the timing, although people might look at the timestamp and not want to watch. But if the video feels like an hour is justified, then I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is what's the quality of the content? Is an hour justified? Can people sit down and can people look at the title and thumbnail and go, I can see why that's an hour? And if not, then yeah, if we're just padding the time to increase watch time, that's not a trick that's going to work.
What about, again, I feel as if every time a new question comes around here, I want to know what the coach's response to this is. And I don't think we've covered this yet. Tech, click-through rate. What should click-through rate be? What's the coach's answer to that?
Yeah, I think click-through rate is helpful sometimes and then also not helpful. So it kind of depends. I think for a smaller channel, generally speaking, if I can get them to about 5% click-through rate for a smaller channel, I think we're good. We're getting some momentum. And then from there, we will kind of build up. I think sometimes when it comes to click-through rate, creators are looking for a hard rule. Like if I get this particular click-through rate, then I'm good. It really depends. And we covered this in the video because as your video does better, your click-through rate will actually go down. So I would say initially speaking, as a light rule for me personally, when I'm working with a creator, if you're small to medium small channel, if you can get at least a 5% click-through rate, we're in good categories. But like for a larger channel like us, 5% as in the initial might not be as great. So it really depends.
Yeah, I tend to have a benchmark of a vidIQ channel that 7 to 8% click-through rate in the first hour is typical. If it's 10%, we've really nailed the packaging and the topic. But there can also be intent. Like sometimes we know we're going to publish something that's going to get a lower click-through rate, but it's not designed to capture that first audience. It's designed to kind of marinate in the search and then pick up traction later on. So it's such a fluid number that the answer really is it depends. And I know that's not a good answer, but maybe it's more of the answer is don't stress too much about click-through rate.
And the more helpful metric I think to look at is that new casual returning and looking at the click-through rates of that to see how people are interacting with it.
Evax Solo, I'm making a series on home servers for future videos. Can I make another kind of series?
So Evax runs I think does a lot of videos about Minecraft servers. Maybe they're branching out into different types of servers for media hosting or whatever.
Okay.
So assuming you mean running a Minecraft server from home, then the simple answer is look at other games that have go to a server hosting website and just see all the games and look at the most popular ones: Ark, Pal World, Valheim, whatever pops up, because those all cost monthly fees to have a server. And hit all of them, like how to run a Valheim server from home, how to run blah, 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 blah. And you can even do a larger one, how to run a server for any video game. If you're going outside of video games, there's a ton of, server hosting videos, usually around, like the ones I watch are around hosting your media on your own home server. People have their own game streaming servers. Like, so you have your games on a home server and you can actually stream the games from that server to another device, all kinds of stuff. It's a whole niche with sub niches within it. So hopefully that is something there clicks with you, but that's kind of the landscape.
Thanks, Dan. Niche plays 7. How to improve impressions and views. I'm looking to focus on GTA 6 and I finally come on camera. Not tried shorts and use vidIQ Max to make clips for me. Any tips would help. I think at this point with Grand Theft Auto 6, 3 months away now? Research. Like, there are channels now building their audiences and communities through certain questions that are being asked, rumors about the game, any news that comes out, like immediately jump on it. I would say for this game right now, it's time sensitivity. If you know something, get that video out in an hour. Like, I'll give you an example. Just in our experience, YouTube announced these monetization rules, and I thought this was so important that I wasn't too worried about the production quality and editing of a video. I just recorded and talked for 4 minutes, and I managed to get that video out in an hour. And because of that, like, we were at the top of the search rankings for this news story. So I think right now, time and new information, like fear of missing out, urgency, those are your biggest weapons for talking about this game right now. That's going to improve impressions, certainly.
With GTA 6, we're about to get our first actual look. It's going to be exclusively on Netflix for the first 6 hours. It's going to be several minutes long. What I would advise you do is watch it multiple times and look for details, anything you think other people might miss, and make that video, because everyone's going to be covering it and doing reactions in different ways. And if you're a smaller creator, I think your superpower will be one more person that picked up something that maybe this other person didn't, because once that drops and everyone's going to be hunting for information, because everyone's going to want to know more than they actually showed us, you can be one of the people that maybe pinpointed something like, did you notice this store right here? They're about to let us customize this certain thing. They never did this before. You know what I mean? Like, you could just start saying, this is all speculation, but I just watched the trailer on Netflix 7 times, and these are the 10 things I found that I think other people might miss. And just give your opinion. That is something that I've found has worked very, very well when there's a really big game and everyone's jumping on it at the same time. You don't want to do the same thing everyone else is doing, so give a unique perspective.
All right, we've got Veronic's Mind with the, I think, is it 20 rubles or 20 of that currency? Thank you. And then a question here from the Mindstick TV. Building Mindstick TV channel, presumably. It's a psychology channel. Any tips?
That sounds like those stick psychology channels that we looked at last week that you guys said might be, is like a lot of people do. Yeah, I think all of it comes to, for me, are you adding something unique to the conversation? Is this a copy of something that somebody else does? I think also, even kind of attached to the last question, when I think about impressions and when you think about what to do with this channel, impressions to me typically follow YouTube's confidence of a particular viewer's level of interest. So the more that they're confident in a particular type of viewer will be interested in your content, the more they'll try to show it to those people. So I think in this channel, I would focus on, I always say, like, getting really into the mind of a particular viewer so that YouTube can feel confident of who your audience is and try to differentiate yourself.
All right, Tech, your time to shine. We've got the hot teak old facts, new member, sound effect.
Oh,
we'll take it. Okay. We'll take it. Next one is the Blizzy Fox animations. Is there a way to up my chances of being reviewed?
Sometimes we do a separate form for folks who have like vidIQ Boost. We don't do it often. And when we do that, we only do like 1 or 2 channels because there's so many channels, as you've seen already, that have submitted. Ultimately, what we're hoping for with this live stream is that you can watch it and take note of the advice we're giving to all the different varieties of channels that you see every single week. We do this every single week. It's absolutely free. But yeah, it's the best answer.
And what we always encourage is like, don't just be here for your channels to get audited. Take the conversations, the advice, the observations that we're making about other channels and how it could apply to yours. Because often, like maybe 75% of the time, we're kind of repeating something we've already said. And it's just a different image or it's a different title, but it's the same rules essentially. And the last super chat here is MMA SAAD. You think $5 RPM in finance channel achievable? That sounds pretty low to me, but it does depend on the country. That is the biggest fluctuator of RPMs. If you're saying finance, I'm thinking around about $10 if it's a US based audience. But if it's India, it could be $2 or possibly lower. So country as much as topic there. Wow, we've got through all of them. Now, what we need to do is reset our random picker, right? So I said, right, did I not say road to 4K now? Because not all of you are long form creators trying to get 4,000 hours of watch time. You may be a shorts creator trying to get 10 million views. So hashtag, if I can spell right, sprint to 10M, which is 10 million. We start collecting. You can now type that in once. You will have to like the live stream again.
You got to like the live stream. And if you like it again, it'll unlike the live stream, but that's fine. You could do that. So sprint to 10 million one time. Otherwise, it just doesn't count multiple, and our moderators get upset with you, and then you can't chat anymore.
There you are. You're a lot fast. And this is all because, remember, the monetization rules are changing for requirements February the 1st next year. That gives you, I keep doing this even though my watch doesn't tell me anything. I'm pretending to look at a calendar. You've got 173 days.
173 days. Let's go.
850 likes. We just jumped up. Thank you.
And we want to help you, and our tools can help you as well through vidIQ Max. You can see the bottom ticker thing, 40% off for the duration of the time we have of the old monetization requirements. Make sure to give it a whirl. Check it out. Install it. Apply it to your channel growth as we audit the next channel. That is CJ _ the Forgotten Earth. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go super fast with our audits. We're going to try and audit as many as we can. So when we find the one thing that you should be working on right now, we're going to recommend that that's what you need to work on. So the Forgotten Earth, what can the past tell us about living now? Okay.
Can we put like a cursor over one of these and see what?
Yeah.
Is it just B-roll, or is there like a person?
So that looks like a person on that one.
Yeah,
that's definitely a person. It's interesting, isn't it, Dan? Because it's almost as if the thumbnails have like a combination of AI-ness to them, but also authenticity at the same time.
Yeah. I want to see more thumbnails like that one in the middle. I think it's just, it feels more relatable.
20,000 views on that one as well.
Yeah.
So there's a more a relatableness on the thumbnails that feel more authentic.
Do we have time to click into one? I'm
All right.
trying to wonder if this is going to be a real voice.
Skyrocket. A lot of us are starting to realize how fragile our food security actually is. But the first time I done,
So yeah,
like it was a lot of work, but I'm really, really glad that I stuck with it. And I'm not saying this to discourage anybody.
So yeah, I just feel as if there's authenticity and like a strong human connection there in the content, But maybe it's just been blinded a little bit by their.
Yeah.
I can understand why they want to use AI in that way. If they want to, because their idea is that they're trying to combine how we used to live to how we live now. But I don't know. Some of these might put me off before I click on them.
If I was doing this for myself, right, growing a year's worth of food or whatever, I would want to see what it looks like now. I get the artistic vibe of like, this is what it was, now we're bringing it back. That's all well and good, but I'm distracted by the AI-ness of those thumbnails. And you obviously have so much you're doing, like you're growing food, and you probably have like a pantry full of stuff that you've, maybe you've jarred your own things, stuff like that. All of that is all very visual. And it would show me how this might look in my modern kitchen today. Like I think it comes off way more authentic if you just like try thumbnails. You could A/B test it just to see if I'm right or wrong. Try thumbnails that are just purely like pictures of the things that you're physically like working on. Show your garden, show your pantry, show like the things that you're physically doing to grow a year's worth of food. By the way, that title was sick. Like I grew a year's worth of food because modern life, whatever it was. Not all the titles are like that. Some of them are way more like thinkers. I have to really like decode them. But that one, it worked. It got a lot of views, and I can see why it did, because it felt like I'm going to show you what I did because of this thing. And I think if you can get more into that, you're going to find a lot more of those mega hits on your channel.
Anything from you, Tech, or good to go?
Yeah, I would get rid of all the thumbnails. I would look up Nate Black, the unthumbnail, and I would do very simple, little casual, straightforward thumbnails.
All right, then. Thank you. We were going to be quick, but there was a bit more to talk about there, wasn't there? So just wanted to make sure we got across that.
They're doing really awesome work. I don't want that to be discounted. I know we kind of went in on that one, but
they've got some big outliers, like tens of thousands of views. You just get spiky views.
And the barrier to entry, like you need to have all that stuff. Like it's a high barrier to entry, low competition.
Right, we've audited MC.Ivan before, and I think they are one of the most regular commenters on the channel. Whenever I go to YouTube studios, it always says they've posted more than 100 comments over a period of time, which is incredible. This is their channel, and so they've posted only 2 videos in the last 5 months. Let's just check shorts. Are they now more predominantly shorts? More shorts, not that many. But like they've got a bit of traction here, like 6,000 views on that one. And then this one, well, that was 5 months ago, 2,500 views. They just kind of hit a roadblock, and they're kind of trying to kickstart their channel again. They were in a good place, but
they might be monetized based on their long form. It's hard to know because we don't have all their views. Let's see.
They probably
are monetized. So that's good. But the consistency needs to come back. And also I would be curious about how Ivan feels about the current now landscape of shorts and how it's about to change. I already said, I don't know about shorts for me anymore, because if I'm just kind of doing them and mixing with longs, I'm not focusing on one over the other. And now YouTube gave me kind of a good reason to focus on longs personally. Just again, personal reasons.
Look at this little run here.
Oh, that was good. A couple months ago was awesome.
What was going on there then?
Yeah.
If you say the same thing as me, then you're out. And reminder, all your answers have to be something that is found in the current unmodified version of the base game. And today, they're all going to be Nether themed, so it'll be a little bit harder. Starting off with the easy ones though, think of an item that you can find in the Nether.
Pigwood.
If your answer was string, then you are.
Okay.
So that was a little long.
Yeah, I felt it could have been tightened up.
Yeah, we could tighten that up a lot. I'm glad it did well for them, but I think that goes to show there's like an interest in this. And notice, by the way, that they weren't recording their screen like with the screen capture software. They pointed their camera at the monitor for that game, and it made it feel a lot more authentic. It stood out to me. I love that.
So, what's the advice here? We've kind of just gone around, like, kind of things are doing kind of right, kind of wrong.
I have a weird bit of advice. I would go to the vidIQ AI coach. I would have it interview you about your channel have it come up with the AI avatar, and then have it watch your channel as the AI avatar. Say, my views have went down. Why would you have stopped watching my content? And then look at what it gives you, and then go from there.
Nice idea. That love it. And yes, our AI coach can watch your videos and look at your channel and audit it. So yeah, give that a try. Good idea. Right, next channel on the sprint to 10M is Dusty. Oh, hang on. This channel name is so long, I don't think.
Oh, well, first.
Oh no, hang on.
Oh, you got it.
It somehow copied it. No, hang. What?
Oh, well,
is that it?
Is it?
It's
Okay.
yeah. We're looking for the @ handle. No, that's not it.
First, audit advice: shorten your YouTube.
That is unfortunate. Like I don't. Like I think I can get to a certain point, but then is there more of a handle after?
To study to study with.
Oh, got it. Oh, that was close. Right.
Are you live? You're live.
Oh, are they live? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, this is like running 24/7. But you are right. We always say. If somebody's live streaming while we're auditing, like, are they really on the live stream? But in this case, I think they are. Right. So one of his channels that's like doing the study with me, listen to me. There's music here that's, as you say, tech. They're using the long format, like hours long. All of these are an hour at least.
I think the direction that you're going is right. I think the next step is doing it a bit better. All the thumbnails are dark, right? And you need some type of contrast in your thumbnails. When we went to the video and when we saw the scene, it was kind of dark.
Yeah.
So this is a very competitive kind of landscape. So one thing you have to think about is when your viewer is using your content as a utility, it's not just using the music as a utility, it's using the whole thing to set a vibe. So you need a more, like if you, what's the big one, Chill Hop Cow, the Lo-Fi Girl?
Lo-Fi Girl,
yeah. Like if you look at the contrast, the color, one, the framing is almost like a piece of art itself. And then it also pops as something that somebody could put on their TV. A lot of these, if you put it on your TV, the art that you're using is so dark that it doesn't set a vibe. It doesn't stand out.
Okay. I noticed here that they have one video here that's got 120,000. Stop messaging me. I need to hang on. I need to turn it off. Right. Got 120,000 views. I think this is all the views on a channel, basically. Like they've got 140 total. Just like, what is the difference with this one? I mean, it sounds cool. I just don't know if there are 1,000 other hip hop channels already on the YouTube, which makes it very competitive.
Even prior to AI, this was already a hyper competitive kind of space where usually like one person dominates a specific genre. So it is tough. It's a tough one to advise on.
But I think Tech, you had a lot of insights there into like maybe the visual art of the like, adding the visuals to the audio
and make the video longer. 3 hours.
Always make them longer. Crim's Lighting next here. 450 subscribers. My journey on this platform is to make you all smile. Okay. See if you're going to get big smiles from us. So not that frequently posting long form content. The shorts, I don't know. I feel as if these are clipped from somewhere else. Just looking at these watermarks. Do I what? I don't know whether to watch a short or a long form video.
They posted 2 weeks ago. We could try that one.
100 days with Pokemon Champions, and this has got 500 views, so it's done all right for them.
Pokemon Champions has been out for over 100 days, and in that time, it has done something that the entire competitive Pokemon community said was not possible. It made competitive Pokemon accessible to normal people.
Pokemon is one of the most interesting, complex, and widely
that edit felt a bit jarring.
Yeah.
The music just stopped and then another voice came in.
Yeah. I guess that's supposed to be the World Championship?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tech.
No, I was just curious if that was good or bad. It made me feel weird.
Yeah. I think it should have been maybe zoomed out so you could see it was like on a Twitch or YouTube page or something. Like it was a little bit confusing. I think I know what you're going for there, but very jarring. I was gonna say their microphone could be upgraded. It sounded a bit low quality, just as a goal.
I thought the fundamentals were there. Like it had an interesting introduction. It was their own voice. It was transformational of the clips they were using. So for me, it's like I almost want to say to this channel, let's just everything else you've done before. Well, no, sorry, not that one. I want to take that one back because that's also about Pokemon Champions. So there's 2 videos there, like 1,200 views. Then 500, good. 13 nothing, 6 nothing, 100 nothing, 500 views. Like you are potentially a Pokemon Champions channel at this point. Like the next 5 videos should be on that topic.
Well, the great thing about Pokemon is that you can actually branch out into other Pokemon games too. So there's a lot there if you decide to go in on that. I guess what I was missing from that video, both the title and the intro, was the point of it. Like 100 days and like, you know, was it just about the competitive side of it being more popular now? And could you lean on that a little bit harder? Because I was worried about if I kept watching, was there going to be some kind of payoff?
Still got my drawing tool on. How do I get that off? Right, there we go. Snitter _ 2,000 subscribers. Congrats on hitting 2,000 subscribers. You are a exclusively shorts channel. And you are one of these channels that have occasional monster outliers. 109,000 views and then 100 views, 100 views, 100 views. Wow, like tens of thousands. Well, this is one of these where I'd just love to have someone from YouTube in the room for a moment and say, look, I know, like, I don't want to accuse the channel, the algorithm of shadow banning or whatever. I just want to understand what's going on here for this channel, because I can't explain it. I can't explain how a channel can get tens of thousands of views and then all of a sudden go to hundreds of views, unless there's been like a community guideline violation, like or something has gone wrong from a policy point of view. I guess we need to watch one of these and then we maybe find out if there is something.
Yeah, maybe that middle one, and then we'll watch a less popular one.
So sorry, Dan, which one do you think?
The right in the middle. That one, yeah.
This Roblox game is every game.
This Roblox game is every Roblox game. And if that doesn't make sense, let me explain. Because you might be thinking this is just work at a pizza place. Except it isn't. Because you secretly have access to every existing Roblox game on the platform through this single game. And it's all because of one item. After getting to work and earning your first paycheck, or just being unemployed, you can go to your house and use the shop to buy this place portal for 500 coins. And after
again, I'm tracking about 12.3% of this because I don't play Roblox, but incredible editing. Like, this is solid stuff.
It's easy to understand for anyone who plays Roblox. Okay, now let's look at one of the more recent ones that didn't do as well.
Right. How would you escape work at a pizza place?
If you were trapped in work at a pizza place, what would you actually do?
I'll answer that question, Stormbrew. Because like Stormbrew, you would think you'd be stuck in the game forever, but you're not. Your family is waiting for you, so you know what you have to do. You get to work because to execute your
okay, let's pause.
There's a new voice at the beginning, but
yeah, they're kind of doing a Stitch or something. I think that one has less mass appeal, but it shouldn't. I don't think it should have 154 views, to be clear. But I can definitely tell, like the other one, I knew exactly what was going on. The latest one we watched, it was like, oh, I feel like I need a deeper knowledge of a very specific Roblox game to understand most of this.
So I think all I can say is like, surface level, your content seems safe. It seems really well edited, like branded very well. Just keep making shorts, and hopefully this is just a glitch at the moment, and you kind of get out of it. But I mean, Dan, you're just making some brief observations about appeal of the content, but that doesn't connect with the variation in view counts.
Yeah,
Rob, what was the math you did on the video you just released for shorts? Because I think like a creator like this, who I think is killing it, and other than whatever seems to be happening in these recent shorts, he was doing fairly well. This is somebody who I think is worthy of, should be able to monetize their content. But on this new thing, he would have to kind of get.
So to get 10 million shorts views in 90 days, each short needs to average 111,000 views. So they weren't at that pace yet, but like this is their channel, and they've only got what 25 shorts out there. So you would assume that they would continue to build momentum and start to maybe get to 100,000 views per short after maybe 50 or 100 shorts, hopefully.
Yeah. I think the content is great. The only difference I saw between these last two was the other one did seem to have a stronger hook. But I think your actual content, and as a creator, I think you're great. I would encourage you on this channel, maybe, but I would also think about long form. I think your skills can translate well to long form, and it might, get you more for your effort.
All right. You know what we need to do now is, Dan, you need to just talk to our audience and Phil while I press some buttons in the background.
So we are just at the very beginning of this new race to 4K / sprint to 10 million views on shorts. It's very easy to get frustrated at times like this. However, there's also positives in it. I've said it already today. It means for some of us channel focus. Now you should probably pick a lane, long form or short form. If you believe that you have enough time in the day to do both, do both. But for a lot of people, if you have a job, school, whatever it might be, it is going to be a huge boon to you to focus. That is like, I think I've never grown on YouTube faster than when I have a focus, not only a focus in the type of content I'm making, but whether it's a long form only or shorts or whatever it might be. So focusing on a niche, focusing on a style, getting yourself better at editing so you can edit faster, and focusing on developing your own style. Like all of those things are going to make this journey to 4,000 hours or 10 million shorts views a lot smoother for you.
And speaking of which, our monetization coverage continues. Hopefully you're learning everything you need to know. But if you are a shorts creator just like Snitter, then there is a very important video that we are going to pass you over to right now. It is premiering, and we would love you to share that hashtag race to 4K, sprint to 10 million in that video. And don't forget, there is a special offer right here now, 40% off vidIQ Max for the next 6 months to get you to monetization. Dan, Tech, it's been a pleasure as always, and we will see you next week.